So apparently audiences have completely lost their minds and decided that flying pigs are the height of cinematic excellence.
Oh, come on. You can't seriously be bitter that Planet of the Pigs made 20 million pounds. Sometimes people just want to have fun at the movies.
Fun? Jamie, it got a 7 out of 10 from Follywood, which they literally labeled as very bad.
Welcome back to Umpire Magazine, The Hot Take. I'm Jamie. And this pessimistic pile of film criticism next to me is Alex. And we're diving into the most bonkers box office week of the year.
Bonkers is right. The Wingine Rebellion has somehow squealed its way to 36 million total, while actually decent films are dying lonely deaths in empty theaters.
Wait. You're completely ignoring that audiences clearly know what they want. Sometimes critics get it wrong, Alex.
Right, because the same audience wisdom gave us Tom's Rhinoplasty with nearly 24 million. A movie about nose jobs.
Okay, but listen, that one actually got a 9 out of 10. Maybe, just maybe, it's actually good, and you're being your usual cynical self.
And speaking of cynical, let's talk about this week's cavalcade of cinematic car crashes, shall we?
Oh no, here we go with the doom and gloom parade.
Big-time Follywood made 5.4 million despite earning what I can only assume was a catastrophic rating. The article won't even print the actual score, Jamie.
Sometimes a film can overcome bad reviews through word of mouth. Maybe it connected with audiences in ways critics didn't understand.
Or maybe people have terrible taste. Wild Enclosure made less than £200,000. That's barely enough to buy a decent car, let alone justify a film's existence.
That actually makes me really sad. Some poor filmmaker poured their heart into that project, and nobody even gave it a chance.
Well, here's something that'll really get your optimistic little heart racing. Next week, we get the Coen brothers doing a dog movie called Bite Hard with the tagline, "No leash, no mercy."
Wait, that sounds absolutely incredible. The Coens doing animal comedy? That's going to be brilliant.
It got a perfect 10 out of 10, so either the reviewers have completely lost their minds or we're about to witness the most pretentious dog movie ever made.
You know what? I'm genuinely excited. And Tim Burton's doing one long car chase, which at least has truth in advertising.
Meanwhile, the rest of next week's slate looks like it was assembled by throwing darts at a wall of terrible ideas. The Sex Files? Really?
Okay, that title is pretty questionable, I'll give you that.
And don't get me started on Wrestled Max, which they somehow managed to misspell in the actual title. The incompetence is staggering.
All right, you want to know what really gets me fired up? This whole attitude that audiences are stupid for liking what they like. Maybe Planet of the Pigs is exactly what people need right now. Maybe after everything we've been through, a silly movie about flying pigs bringing joy to families is actually more valuable than your precious art house darlings.
Oh, please, spare me the emotional defense of mediocrity. When did we decide that turning our brains off was a virtue?
It's not about turning brains off, Alex. It's about recognizing that entertainment has value. Not every movie needs to be Citizen Kane.
Fine, you know what? You're probably right about one thing.
Wait, did you just agree with me? Are you feeling all right?
The Coen brothers getting a perfect 10 for a dog movie is probably going to be genuinely brilliant. They don't make bad films.
Oh my God, we actually agree on something. Mark your calendars, everyone.
Don't get used to it. I still think your beloved pig movie is a travesty.
And I still think you need to learn how to have fun at the movies occasionally.
Speaking of fun, did you read the gossip section? Apparently, some studio head has been living in their office and doing laundry in the screening room sink.
That's actually kind of heartbreaking. The film industry is brutal.
Or maybe it's just karma catching up with whoever greenlit Wild Enclosure.
You're terrible, but that's why people love this show.
That's all the time we have for this week's Descent into Madness. I'm Alex, reminding you that popular doesn't mean good.
And I'm Jamie, reminding you that sometimes good is whatever makes you smile. We'll be back next week, probably arguing about whether dogs can actually act.
Spoiler alert, they can't.
We'll see about that.